Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Angel, and today we're doing the opposite of what I normally do, where instead of finishing series, we're going to be starting series today. The reason for this is because my birthday, at the time of this coming out, was almost a week ago now, September 3rd, and every year for my birthday, I do a massive book haul. It always gets posted on here, it's a fun video, and this year I'm going to do 25 books for my 25th birthday. And I'm reading the first book in these series to see if they're ones I would want to buy the entire series for my birthday. Which I always buy so many around now because I save up my plum points all year long, so I always have like $100 worth of plum points to spend, as well as then you have your 10% off plum and 20% off for your birthday. So really I already have $100 free plus 30% off, so normally I can get a lot of books for not a lot of money. If you guys know, books are expensive in Canada. Like a paperback is like 25 to 30 bucks, so if I can get them cheaper, I always try to. The books we're going to be starting today, the first one I'm very excited for. I actually do have book one of this. I got it from Book Out a little while ago, and that is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This book came from Book Out, may I add, and it is in pristine condition. Don't mind the tracks. I've heard it's like a dystopian fantasy novel, and I'm really excited to get into it. Books up until 5 are out. However, book 5 came out in February, and it's only still available in hardback, so I'd probably be buying books 2 to 4 if I like this one. Second series, the one that Ellen Catherine just raved about, and that is Blood and Steel. I think she gave book 1 5 stars, and she's read books 2 and 3 now, give them both 4.5. She has said they're pretty spicy, and that in the second book especially, some of the spice is very poorly placed, but if the plot is good enough and I love the characters enough, I can get behind it. We're good. And then lastly, I just saw Emmy rave about the series. We're gonna start, I don't know what it's called. So I think it's called like the Cursed Fate Saga, something along those lines. It's A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. She gave the first book 5 stars, second book like a 6 star. I have very high hopes for all these series, and if you guys can tell, I'm very much in like a fantasy romantic mood currently. So hoping I love all these. We're gonna dive in and see how these go. I think I'm gonna start with the Blood and Steel most potentially. So you'll see in the next clip which one I start with, but let's get into it. Friends, I'm very sorry for this angling. I'm like cozied up in bed, but I'm now 50% of the way through Blood and Steel, and I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I'd say like if I was to make a gut choice now, I would buy the rest of the series, but also I kind of want to see what Ellen says with the third book. I'm hoping she reads it in a couple days, because apparently the second book was just so much spice, and I was like poorly placed spice, you know, like wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. I'm loving this book one so far. Our main female character's name's Althea, and she wants to be a like war swords, they're called in this place, and they're basically protectors. But there is a like ancient kind of like scripture almost that kind of came out that pretty much said like a woman wielding a sword would be like the end of everything, and so no woman is allowed to wield a sword. So no one is allowed to have any kind of swords in this area. And then one day she gets caught with one. It's kind of where our story unravels from. I will say this is kind of, it was supposed to be like an enemies to lovers. I don't think it was supposed to be more just like not like disdain, but pretty much like the main character is a war sword, and obviously he knows that women are supposed to wield these things. She gets caught with one, so they kind of just have like a disdain for each other, I guess, at the beginning. I don't know how she would word it. Then already by like 30%, he was like telling her like how beautiful she was, and like how a woman who knows what she wants is so attractive. And then by 40%, we're already very much into sexual tension territory, and I was like, okay, we've already like escalated quickly. I'm like, we're there. I'm having a lot of fun so far. I probably will read a bit more today. I would love to get almost like a full book read tomorrow. Yeah, having fun so far, loving it. I think right now it's probably like a 4 to like 4.25 currently. Hello friends, long time no chat. I want to have this video like up already. It's not. So I am now 75% of the way through Blood and Steel, and I am loving it, dare I say. I am being cautiously optimistic. I do think I will buy this whole series. However, I've heard the second and third book are very spicy. I like spice in my books, but I don't want to like hinder the plot, if that makes sense. And from Ellen's review of book 2, I think it is kind of what was happening, or it was just like very poorly placed. So we'll see how I feel with that. But I'm also now, I didn't realize it was this far. I've been listening to Bone Season on audio, and I am on page, I honestly was like maybe like 100 pages in. I'm like 174 pages in this chunky way through. Not bad from only listening on like my 10-minute drives to and from work past couple days. This one is so much fun. I actually think I have less than I think, because apparently it says there's a prequel novella in here too, which I didn't realize. So really, this is all the novella. So this is what I have left. So the plan now is I'm going to sit here and finish Blood and Steel, because then I'm just going to read A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly, I think is the name. I'm going to start that probably either tonight also or tomorrow morning, get a good chunk through. And then we finish both these by Saturday. It's Thursday night right now. You guys know that's been crazy, because I did start back up school again, which is like crazy. So right now I'm doing a full-time job, full-time school, 2 part-time jobs. and like social media for fun. So you can imagine this is a lot, but I was very responsible my first week, and I'm already done my first week completely, and even like a little bit of head on my second week. So I feel like if I really like, maybe I should do another like couple things tomorrow to give even more head for the second week. I feel pretty good about like leaving this weekend open, and then maybe just dedicate to reading, a little of writing. I'd love to get some writing done because I have not written in like 2 months, and then editing and posting this vlog will be so much fun. So hopefully make that all happen. But yeah, I'm loving this so far, honestly. Like, I think it's like right now it's like at least like a 4.5 at least. It's so good. I'm gonna keep this short because my parking garage right now and the lighting is terrible, but I went ham, politely. I finished Blood and Steel last night, and I think it's like at least a 4.25, but we'll get into that. I also started A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. I'm 64% of the way through. I just went flying through this like a little bit last night, this morning. I'm on page 300. I'm about to go into physio. I would love to finish this while I'm waiting and during my appointment, and then like right when I get home, because I would love to start a 24-hour readathon tonight, I think. So you might see me finishing Bone Season, and those videos might kind of overlap, and then obviously I'll be reading other books, but maybe a good way to like get this video wrapped up and get these books read. This one is very fast paced. I'm really enjoying it. I'm feeling it's at least like a 4 right now, but we'll see where it ends up finishing off when I'm actually done it, and I give like more in-depth thoughts when I get home. We'll see. After y'all, I did finish A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly last night, and I did read a little bit more of the Bone Season this morning. It looks like I have so much left, but really I have like 60 pages, because I said this whole ending is a novella. Maybe I have like 100 pages left. That's a bit discouraging, but it's okay. Oh, there's 400 pages, there's 500, I think. That's fine. This is all a novella, so really like, that's all I have left. So really I have 140 pages left. I don't know why I thought there was 400 pages in this. There's not. That's hurts a little bit. It's okay. Anyways, A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly, I think I'm gonna give like a 4.5 stars. I loved that book. It could even be higher depending on how much, maybe it's a 4.75, depending on how much I think about it this whole days. That'll depend like where it actually falls. And our main character is half fae, and she can like make people just like do her bidding by like looking at them. Like she'll listen to your eyes. She can like convince you to do anything pretty much. Something ends up happening where she gets imprisoned, and she has to owe like the king a blood oath. And then he comes and collects 5 years later, and pretty much because she's half fae, half human, she has to infiltrate like the human elections that are going on. So it's a lot of like politics heavy, and pretty much just see if like what's happening in the fae realm is like happening because of what humans are doing, if that makes sense. Also, there's a lot more than that. There's some side characters that I absolutely love and obsessed with, but as I said, Bone Season, I'm loving. We're getting to the end. It's getting so good. It's kind of giving I'm leaving that in. She's okay, guys. It's kind of giving like a Sanderlanche or like the end of an SJM book where it's like a lot's happening. So see how that goes. I'm gonna make myself a coffee and keep reading. I'm sorry for the setting, guys. The sun is starting to set, but we're up with this video because I just finished The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and I think it's another 4.5 star. It's so good. This is pretty much our main character, Paige, is a clairvoyant. She's a dream walker, essentially, and right now, the Republic of Sion has kind of taken over most of Europe, and I believe some other places in the world as well. And that's kind of where the dystopian element of the story comes in. And obviously the government wants to control all the voyants because obviously they have powers and they want them controlled. It kind of takes place in like an alternate London, England, where the prison that they get taken to is in Oxford. First, the beginning of the book, that's where our main character Paige is taken to. There's like a sliver of romance in this book that is so good. So good. I think the reason why all the books in this video were 4.5 is because I think I really loved them all. And there's a chance that a couple of them could go to 5 stars or even like 4.75 the longer I stay on them and think about them. But pretty much, whenever I love the first book in the series, I feel like the default's always 4.5 because I know the series is going to get so much better from here. Like, already, this is so good. This was so good. But I just know it's going to get better from there. And I get hesitant to give a first book 5 stars because obviously I know as I become more attached to the characters and as I become more attached to the world, the ratings are going to go higher. So I'm like, if this book is 5 star, but book 5 is like, how is that 5 star also? Yeah, but I know that doesn't really make sense, but it's where we're at. So amazing news that I started 3 series in this video and I'll be buying all of them for my birthday. It's happening. With that, friends, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys had a fun time, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out so much. I'm also on TikTok, Angel's Book Corner, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.